Good afternoon, Rad Rod Bikes. It's Odd Job reporting from the back 40. Well, as you've heard me say recently, the back 40 has become Trike's our rats us. I got this I'm guessing it's probably late 50s, mid to late 50s Trike in, not the red one on top. That's a strawberry shortcake Trike that I bought for parts, but the other one down below. And I disassembled it the other day. You all saw that. Well, I bought this Trike, this 80s Trike, thinking, hey, at the very least, I can use these bearing wheel holders. So for $10, it was worth that. But I thought, yeah, maybe that wheel's the right size and I can just replace the whole thing or take the tire off somehow. And nope, it's not. That's about a full inch in diameter larger than my old Trike front wheel. Then I looked at the back ones and I thought, hey, those are in pretty good shape. The bearings work and everything. No, those are also quite a bit smaller in diameter than the old school 50s wheel, which looks like, the fat, overfed husky, as we used to say back in the 60s and 50s, the husky brother to Strawberry's shortcake. So anyway, this has a bearing on the inside, that little, actually I think it's just tin and it just spins on there, but that needs to be cleaned up. These tires have cracks in them, and there's junk in it because of that. So I'd like to get replacements for these. And this is the front tire. And this baby is, as my dad would say, shot. It's shot. Sliced all the way down the middle, most of the way. And broken in half. So I was stuck. I was really stuck. I went through all my bike possibilities. I went to Northern Supply, which is like a Harbor Freight, for those of you that have Harbor Freight. Nothing doing, John. So then I remembered that a few years ago, for some reason at a garage sale, I picked up 4 of these. They're like cartwheels, and I thought, hey, maybe I'll use that someday on a rat build. Then I looked at them a little more carefully, and I realized that they were 12 by 175. And then I went and I grabbed my old Trike tire, and I went and I looked at that, and it was 12 by 175. Ha! So now all I had to do was get it free from the wheel. Well, as I mentioned, when I took the Trike apart, I used a lot of non-bike repair specific tools, most of which are in this rolled out bin right here. And a very large screwdriver, standard screwdriver, which I found comes in very handy for leverage. Anyway, I implemented 2 screwdrivers and a turnbuckle, and by bending the sides of the wheel and gradually working my way around this, using the turnbuckle as my leverage point, I was able to peel off the tire. Here it is in all its glory. A nearly mint condition. Semi-pneumatic is how they refer to these. They're hollow. They're not solid rubber all the way through, so there's air on the inside, but you do not inflate them. And it's going to be the right size for the Trike front wheel. Should look pretty decent. It's got a nice beefy look to it, and looks very 50s. It's in good shape. So after I get the wheel cleaned up and stuff, I will be attempting the mounting of that. Anyway, as they say, one down, 25 steps to go. Dr. T asked a question if that cool little front end of that Murray bike had the truss bars that went to it, and it certainly does. Here they are right here. It has a little truss that hooks up underneath this guy. There it is, the Murray emblem. This should clean up nicely with some rust remover solution. These are the bearings for the pedals. Those will be replaced by the new ones. And then the hubcaps for the rear wheels, I will have to try to get those cleaned up as well. And what I've used is a rust inhibitor primer after I get it cleaned up before I put another coat of paint on. So these old pedals are real rubber. I mean, they're, hard, vulcanized rubber. Don't know if I'll find anything like that. But I will replace with more modern versions if need be. But this was a real coup. Finding my stash of these wheels and the fact that it was exactly the right size for the Trike front wheel. And we continue on in the back 40. Have a good one, and right on.